it was really neat as this was all getting put together. You know, Ruth Ann, she's really got all the logistics down pat, and we were working together, and God, you know, put us together for this whole thing. And I really appreciate Frances. She came to mine, and the Lord was showing me different people, and you know, He obviously connected me with different people. And Frances already knows nails, and she's been doing nails, and great speaker. That's excellent. Thank you for sharing. And it's again, it goes back to the heart. You know, I really want the heart, and I don't know about anybody else in this room, but the heart. We need to go back to the heart. Where do we have a heart for people? Like she said, do we love people? And what does loving people look like? And remember what I said at the beginning of the seminar, it's about loving people right where they're at. And can we do that? Do we judge them by what color hair they have? Do we judge them because their nails are chipped? Do we judge them because their weave is crooked? Or they need to put some highlights in? Or their highlights are too coppery or brassy? You know, do we judge them that way? You know what? We don't. And you know what? This world needs to get back, so we need to start somewhere. And today, you know what? I know God is birthing something, because even in this church, new birth, this is where it's starting. So I don't know what it is. I'm going to be obedient to walk it out. I think it's huge. I think it's going to help people such as yourself who came in the door and said, you know, hey, I prayed, and showed me with all your heart, you're showing your book. And that is who you were created to be. So I'm so thankful that you're sitting here, and I'm so thankful that Una invited you as well. And you know what, Una, in yourself, just knowing that, you know what, an 8-hour course, you know, it takes just a few people to come together. You know, it's $300 for each one of these girls to do 16 hours each. I'm willing to go out there and start telling somebody that I need some money so that I can go ahead and help these two women get to where they need to be. Because I don't know about you, but if this woman gets in the salon and she's touching heads and she's helping Sophia, who needs the help and who needs the shampooing and wherever else, is that where you're helping? And if you yourself, what was your name again?
Miguela.
Miguela, right? Am I saying it right? Miguela? Yeah. Okay. And if she's able to go ahead and she loves children, if she's able to get a hold of those children's heads and she's able to put their name, you know, and braid it right on their head. I mean, the gift of being able to braid somebody's name or the patterns that she does. You guys need to take a look at her book. I mean, she's wearing this on her sleeve, waiting for the day that somebody would come along and say, you know what, let's sew into this woman, because you know what, whatever's on the inside of her, God wants to use. And I don't know about you, but you know, God is really funny too, because even though, you know, I can dress it all up and I can do whatever, God places us in different places. He brings people just to see if we were obedient today for 2 people. Just 2 people. Am I willing to step out in faith for 2 people that came to the seminar today, put this whole thing together, Ruth Ann's heart, putting it out there, so to see what God's going to do next? Are we faithful? I mean, do we really need to come out here and put all these people and spend all this gas and put this money, do all this? Yes.
Yes.
Because one puts 1,000 to flight. If you get your license and you get your license to braid, and the 2 of you walk out of here, you're going to put 1,000 more people to flight. Okay? That is what it's all about. That is the heart of God. It's not about the money. It's not about the finances. It's not even about the finances, how you're going to get it. It's not whether or not you think you're smart enough to go get your braiding license, because God already knew. He put it on the inside of you. He put it on the inside of you. I mean, I knew when I left this place that day after we talked to you and I saw you. I knew. I said, oh, wow. And you know what God does? Because my heart is after the things that He wants, you know what? I get so much joy. I go home and my joy comes from being full. After having a conversation, I'm running. I'm like, yeah, God, you sent us out here for her. And it's so wonderful when He takes everything that He's ever created me to be and He mobilizes us. Of course, that's the gift He's given to Ruth Ann and her ministry, to mobilize, and somebody who came alongside of me and says, I believe in what you're doing behind that chair, Amie, because you're praying. You stay in that chair. You put as many people as you can in that chair. And I need a strong woman telling me. And guess what she's doing for me? We all need people. We can't do this alone. I can't step out there and just go hand out flyers and do this. I'm scared. And I'm telling the truth, because ask Ruth Ann, she's like, go hand them out. I go, wait a minute, you get me out of my comfort zone here. I'll do them when they come into my chair. And I can talk to a bazillion people. And I could probably speak to 1,000,000 people standing up here. I said, but you're going to ask me to go out and hand out these flyers? This is a little difficult. But we need help. And we need people to come alongside. We need people to believe in us, to see the vision, capture it, and run. And every day you get up, there's somebody that's in your path. I know Debbie, you meet with a lot of people. She does a lot of coffee, you know, things, and she meets with these women, and she inspires them, and when they walk away, they're coming back for more because they need what she has. She has a serious testimony, and now she can use it. She has a voice to be able to stand up, help women feel good about themselves, and then she sends them to me so we can help them look good, and you know, it's amazing. But we need to connect to do those things. The next segment, thank you, Francis.
I'll kick them out the door.
Nails is a very, I like doing this. When I was in hair school, I did do nails. I did a couple of acrylics and put a few sets on, messed them up. Man, had to soak them off for days. I like the regular nail polish. Now I don't wear acrylics. I had acrylics on for 20 years. I was the girl wearing the acrylics for 20 years. I took them off, started doing hair, and I'm getting more natural as they come. When I begin to take the makeup off and go out in the world with no makeup, then you know I've become all natural. God, I did stand up in front of about, I don't know, 150 people, and one of the things the Lord did ask me for, it was a night of hope, and He wanted my makeup. And so in front of all those people, and we have a videotape, Rich videotaped it for us, I took off my makeup, because He said, I don't want you to think that your makeup defines you. And when He asked for my makeup, I was laying in my tub and I cried and I cried. I said, really, God? And I talked to God just like this. Really? You want my makeup? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I actually probably said, shut up. And that's kind of how we have our conversations. And I don't care how you have your conversations with Him, have your conversations. Because He's talking to you and He loves you. And I'm going to go ahead and start the next little segment. And we're going to do makeup. The first person I want to do makeup on will be Stephanie. And I just want to do like a light day makeup for her. And then we'll move on to one more. Okay? So we'll show you a little bit about makeup. And Stephanie was kind enough to put her It's okay. I'm just going to talk. It's okay, Rich. Don't worry about it. Do you want me to hold the mic? I'll probably get fine. I'll just go. Can you sit on this one? Yeah. So she was kind enough to put on her base, so she has it so it matches her face, because if people come in, even if I'm doing any kind of makeup in the salon, I haven't quite branched out to have the palette of many colors yet. However, I'll ask them to put on their base and their foundation, so when they come in, it's already matching. The rest of it, of course, I can do, because I've got the eyeshadow, you know, the bronzer, I've got the eyeliner, and the mascara, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do her. And let me see what I got.
Get closer. Let's go. The video's up. Let's go. Come up here. Yeah, she wants to go up there.
We can't see. Oh, yeah, you guys talk about it. Sit right there.
Okay, I'm the master at putting your makeup on with your finger. So I'm going to show you lots of those. And when you graduate like me, you can do whatever you want. But no, I need to learn the professional way with all the brushes. But I'll show you a few. I know those. A couple little something, something. I don't know all the names to the brushes, okay? Because I just don't know everything. There's all kinds of brushes. You can use the brushes for whatever you really want to use the brushes for, but they all have a name. Okay? Karen would probably know the name, the size, and every brush because she's meticulous like that. I use this one for my blush, my bronzer, to do the whole face. She's already put on her color, her foundation, so you find a liquid foundation that works for you. I have used everything from Maybelline to Lancome. I happen to be a Lancome girl, so I'll give Lancome props. I've been wearing that for 18 years. Are you wearing Lancome? She's wearing Lancome too. Lancome has a beautiful foundation that sits well and absorbs any kind of oil. It's just a beautiful foundation. If I've been wearing it since I was 18 until 42, I'm 42. That's a long time. So it must do something good. I don't know. It does something good. All right, so we're going to start out with her. We're going to do some day makeup. And I like to start with a little bit of eye something or other on the eyes. This is the creative person talking. Okay, so we're going to have her close her eyes. And I start out with putting a little bit of, I'm using a champagne color. Actually, this one's gold. I have champagne, which is even lighter. But I'm going to use gold because it's going to match her outfit. And she's going to go into the office today and she's going to talk with her clients. Actually, she used to train, so she worked for Shapes. So you can take your makeup and do your whole base. Now, you don't have to do the whole eye like this. You can just do the bottom half. But I'm going to do the whole eye because that's what I like to do. And this microphone is down there. So as you see, most of the times you will be using brushes, okay? I'm going to use my finger because it's quicker, it's easier, and I do this too. For reasons, she's my friend, I can do this. But in the salon, you want to use brushes, you want to be clinically proper, you know, you learn all that in cosmetology school, you definitely want to follow through with it, okay? But for purposes of time, lack of brushes, lack of knowledge of the brushes. I will learn this stuff though, because I have a feeling I'm going to be using a lot of it, so I'm going to have to learn. I kind of giggle, and this is my kit. And it's, you know what, do not despise small beginnings. Don't hate me because I have a little kit. Don't hate me because I have a little kit. I like to be real too, because you know what, the reality side of all of this is that it's not all given to you. I mean, it's not all just right there. Ruth Ann is really showing me how to be conservative and find things and use the things you have in your house. Go ask somebody for a bottle of whatever. Can I borrow that? Or can I have that? I'm going to bronze her cheeks. You can bronze anywhere from the back to the front or from here back. Depends on what you want to do. This is a pretty dark bronzer. You can put it on lighter if you'd like to. I'm just doing a little bit darker because we're on stage. Stage makeup is usually a lot darker anyways for any of you. I had somebody the other day ask me if I had price lists made up for doing makeup. They're going to do a video shoot. And they asked me what I would charge for all day being on set and to do everybody's makeup. I hadn't a clue. I said, okay, God, is that something you want me doing? I said, then you need to give me some prices. Pricing was one of the hardest things for me. Okay, next I'm going to use my broken brush. And I'm going to put on a little bit of brown. I have like a copper. I like things that shimmer, that shine. What I'm going to do is start out here, and I want to open her eye up a little bit. So I tend to go with the outward. Some people can take it and drag it all the way across and go up here. I'm just going to, you'll see as I do this, and you'll see how it opens up her eye. Hey, can you guys see that from here? From where you're at? Good.
Better come up here on you. I can see. I can see it.
Good.
Oh, you're amazing.
I don't have glasses. Okay, open your eyes so they can see just a little bit. So you can kind of get an idea of what's happening. Close.
Oh, they can see it.
I know.
It's killing me how to wear.
She is a control freak.
I'm working on that.
We are working on it together. But you know what I love about her? She's honest. She says, I can't stand it. I said, here's the mirror. And then sometimes I'll say, stop, sit, don't move, don't breathe. And then I like to take a little bit of black eyeliner. You can use brown, you can use just about any color you'd like to use. I like to use black because I can go over it with my eyeshadow and I can kind of lighten it if I need to. I also carry a lighter. This is showing my age. People say, do you smoke? I say, I do not smoke. But I light my eyeliner. So this is a cosmetologist's dream. I don't know how many people do this, and know this little trick. But what it does is Maybelline carries an awesome, I mean for years, all these years, been using the same. Maybelline, they do the little eyebrow pencil to fill in her eyebrows in very light color. And this, if you light it, you blow on it, let it dry, the creative person in me. And you just kind of do this because you don't want to smear it on after you've just lit it, okay? You will not only be hurting, you'll burn yourself. That took a lot of years to figure out. Then I have the blonde one, which is to fill in the eyebrows. So most people, somebody told me a trick one day. One day I was wearing very dark brown, doing my eyebrows. She said, why are you not using blonde? I said, blonde's not going to work. And sure enough, she said, go get blonde and fill in with blonde. Because the lighter it is, it fills it in and it doesn't look fake. So I watched this makeup artist. She had all the tips. She was good. She was rocking and rolling. So I used her tips. Now see her, she's kind of dark. She could probably use a medium brown, but I can still fill her in with a blonde. And it's pretty darn amazing. And you guys can tell me if you see. See the difference? You see how it fills it in? I don't know what you can see from there, but... And basically you go over, everybody has a different eyebrow shape. You can go right over the eyebrow, fill in the hairs. Anywhere where you see that it might be kind of, you know, spotty. Yeah, it's all spotty in between our eyebrow hairs. And then, of course, there's brushes, special brushes to brush your, all of you know, brush your eyebrows. Brush your hair. So, you might need a couple $100 to take a class. I might need a couple palettes of brushes. Be all right. One brush I do have, this is the bomb. This was $40. This puts on, yes, this puts on your foundation, liquid foundation. And it's like you're painting your whole face, and it's just fun. And you go, and it's soft. It's a lot softer than you use in your finger, because somebody watched me put makeup on the other day. They go, oh my God, I'm surprised you have any eyelids left because you... So this allows it to be soft, but it's a really good brush. When I find something and I swear by it, I use it for 20 years. So it's a really good brush. $40 is worth every bit of it. Okay, so we're going to use a little bit of black eyeliner. Eyeliner can go just about anywhere and everywhere. Eyeliner can go above, it can go below the eye, which I tend to go below the eye because I always want to make the eye look bigger. That's just me. I want to take it out. If you have them set in, I want to get the makeup out here. And I want to line the edges. Even if you got big eyes, like Brandy has a nice set of eyes that we can work with too. We'll show what we'll do with her. It'll make them pop. They just get even bigger. So with Stephanie, I'm going to put it on the outside here. On the top.
And that's that Maybelline pencil.
Maybelline pencil that I just set on fire.
You set on fire.
Yep. Open your eyes. Now she's going to open up and she's going to look up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just the outer edge. I'm not all about taking that. I just did the outer edge here too. I'm not all about taking it all into the corner and around, but I've seen some great makeup that they do. They put it all the way in the eye, depending on how big the eye. Check out YouTube. I've been looking at YouTube going, wow. And who is the person? Gaga, oh my gosh, she's got double eyeliner and all kinds of stuff going on. I was like, wow, it's amazing. Total creativity though, but you can do a lot with makeup. So for me, I like to do this. Should be good. Okay, so see what the difference is? Now look at them. You guys can see the difference between one eye and the other. Do you see how our eye's already opening up? Okay. And that's not with me even doing anything with the eyeshadow yet. I like the black because I'm going to take some eyeshadow over it and give her like a little smoky edge, outer edge. And yes, this is a ritual that I do every day. That's why God asked for it. You know, you don't have to have makeup on, right? Okay, look up. I got some makeup on. Good. Do you have your interview today?
Yesterday.
How'd it go?
It was okay. It's in Tampa. It was $8 to $10 and a 30-minute drive. And I only went to 7:30 to 5 from.
No? Okay.
No sitter.
Not yet. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of smoky eye on the outer edge. And so far, who's been paying attention? Who's got the details? You get what I've done? She's got foundation. She's got her powder on because she did that herself. Then I put the gold color as the foundation of the eye. Put on the copper. Put on the eyeliner. And now I'm going to throw a little bit of the charcoal. You can tell I like to use this one because it's a mess. The ones that are messiest are the ones you want to look for. Now I can do this across her eye only here, or I can take it up even more and go all the way up here and give it a little look here. Okay, open your eye. Guys see the difference? Yeah. Okay, look up.
And so, Amy, all these techniques you learned in cosmetology school?
Actually, you know how I learned makeup? When you go to cosmetology school, there is a facade that you think you're going to learn all of these things. You know how you learn it? By trial and error. And by watching other people who are creative. Most of my stuff that I do, I think I just know how to do. It's just, I know what I'm looking for, I have this vision, and it just comes out, and I just play. And I'll overlap colors, because I want to see what they look like, and I go onto the YouTube video, I just keep playing, until I get the look that I think I'm looking for. And even then, is it right? Is there any right or wrong way? I love the creative field. You could do whatever you want. I could do it green, I could do it orange, I could do it, maroon, I could do anything I want to do to her. She likes bright colors. I've always wanted to work with MAC makeup, but I haven't worked with it yet, but it's expensive makeup. It's like $20 for one color. But it's true colors, it's true pigment. I would love to work with it. One day. Okay. And what I'm doing with this is I'm just taking the eyeshadow and I'm putting it over her actual, her eyeliner and kind of just smudging it, because then it sets it. Whenever you put the eyeliner on and you put powder over it, your eyeshadow, it really sets the eyeliner on so that it doesn't smear. And although I lit it up, and that helps it to also set, because when you light it and then it dries, it gets harder. So, all right, so we're pretty much done there. Let's do a little bit of lips. Check out the lips. So this is a little bit of a lip liner. Now this is not the easiest thing to do. And typically when I do people's makeup, I'll hand them the little lip liner pencil, and then I'll hand them the lipstick, because it's kind of personal, it's all on their lips, and trying to put it on them, you could probably take longer, and they could take 2 seconds. Most women know how to put on lips, okay? But I'll do this for you guys. Just don't laugh. You don't laugh. I'm going to teach you a trick with the whole lipstick too. So there you go.
And this is where trust comes in.
This is the trust fields.
And I never wear a regular lipstick. I'm always a lip gloss girl, so this is very much out of my comfort zone. It's dark.
Not really dark, actually. It's really light. It looks dark, but it's not. The lip liner is much darker than the lipstick. Okay, rub your lips together a little bit. Okay, how's she look?
Good.
She getting formed?
Wow. Yeah, what a difference.
Isn't that a difference?
Wow.
Nice color. It's a nice color on her. Okay, here's a little trick. I like to add lighting in. I don't like gloss, because people told me that lipstick's made out of whale blubber and it's fatty, and I just think about fatty oils being all over my lips. So I like it matte. I like it very dry. So she likes shiny. So I like shiny too. However, this is how I get my shine. It is shiny.
Is it? I'll eventually see it.
We're gonna give her a little highlight, as I call it, to her lip. So open your mouth a little bit. Yep, I'm just gonna do the little pouty part. Open it more. Open your mouth. Okay. So what I'm doing, okay, now just kind of rub them together a little bit.
What is that you're putting on there?
It's just eyeshadow. So
It mats it, I guess,
So
right?
it mats it, but look what it does. It gives you a highlighting effect. You can put it into the middle little section of your lip, just the pouty part right in here, and it just kind of highlights your lipstick. Just kind of a neat little trick. For lighting effects, purposes, it's pretty neat. I'm going to put a little bit of this on, look halfway down. This is another thing that I hand over to my clients to do, is their eyeshadow, their mascara, whatever we're putting on. Because this is another thing that gets pretty personal, and most people can't hold their eyes. Depending on who you are, you flutter and the whole 9 yards, and then, you have much more control when you're the one doing it. You go up, under, and you go back and forth. And that's the biggest tip I've ever learned, is you go, choop, and you go back and forth. Choop. Did you get that, Rich? Choop. Okay. My cousin showed me how to do that. I learned that from my cousin. Go up and boom, and work it, right? So like that. All right. Okay, so I'm not going to put it underneath because I'll let her do that, because then it will make a mess. But anyways, stand up and walk around and show them. And then there's Stephanie with her day makeup.
Wow.